hack, which isn't an easy order on Breeze at all.
Yeah, easier said than done, but this could certainly help Matters artist, making it look like light work. Already going to find one towards Cloud, as it did seem as though Navi wanted to get a little aggressive, potentially do a little bit of a walk mid, but a quick burst coming in through middle itself. Already contact made. SSA will get one, but a quick trade out for Badij, and the site's now looking far more available. Spike to be ferried across to get to, though. Knife in the back towards Jady. It's labored, but it works. It's never a pleasant thing to see, but it is going to be just two players trying to work back in. Make it just one, as Dinks tries to just do what he can. Yeah. Of course you do.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm working my way out of that. However, artist ain't working his way out of that cage. So Dinks going to catch at least the first part of this, and yeah, not to it as well, to make sure it's very hard for any of that second spring to find access. But he's got that rifle on Badij. That's what I'm looking for, and he does find at least somewhere to put it to work towards Jady. So now options are plenty.
And it's interesting because Navi is so quick to greet the, I guess, the back end of that execution or failed execution. Actually, Duno's got ahead of this out drone there, but Zyppan still on red alert. We'll catch Duno. Now, actually, Navi find themselves in a 2v4. FPX will get the spike down on A site.
Okay. 2v3, and none of the rifles that were lost, Zyppan and Sugetsu weren't able to get their hands on them, so we'll be working with less. But Badij doing really well, being almost proactive in the post plant here, just making sure he is the first person who greets them if they did try and go on that flank. However, it's now Dinks. You can see the player tucked just towards that right side door, and well, he's considered it already. So Badij once again gonna have to pick up slack a little here. Half angled the thing's not going to happen. Zyppan makes me nervous if Shao's just sat there. I assume he's waiting for timing.
Yeah.
He is indeed doing that. You can see the start going in. Flash goes in for Zyppan, and the first is before. Now he's pretty happy on the first with the trade for ardiis. The site is going to be under FPX control, but the retake isn't going to be far away. But they have somewhat nullified what that op's actually going to be able to achieve. Cloud, though, lovely reposition on Zyppan. Dinks going to find ardiis. The fight barely got down, and they still found 2 kills on the way back in.
Viper's Pit will be deployed on, actually, backside here. Going to cut off a lot of the progress towards default here. It is a 3v3, so definitely doable here for Navi. Try and dig one of these FPX players out pretty quickly, though.
Just as he was looking towards that side, down to a 2v2, Shao and Badij up against SSK, who gets found, and now Cloud, a 1v2, not going to happen.
That's going to fully force here, I guess, in anticipation of a judge in a Viper's Pit in the next round. Let's see, the opener goes in favor of Navi. Ardiis will fall off the rip.
Let it rip. Do you like Beyblades?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, more than I'd like to admit.
Yeah.
I had 2 of them. What do you mean?
2, damn. Deploying those battle out it. The lean towards A is coming in, but it's a 4-play lean on this side. It's already 4 players trying to get past, and, well, SSK not looking as on the money as you'd like.
He's in a dirty spot.
Yes, it's not nice, is it, from Jady? Well, no idea what's caused it now.
No.
Mike, was it you? Have
No.
you caused this?
No.
No, you haven't been quite hard to work again.
Another, actually, similar to yesterday, a pacey piece onto B, but this time around, Jady will find the first 2, Ardiis and Zyppan full. They've still got a little bit of space towards side here. Badij actually got himself tucked in. Hunter Fury will get popped, and that's way in the open there. Badij punishes.
Yeah, a little sloppy on that. You're not going to get away with those sort of things. And now that 4v3. Shao going to find SSK, and suddenly it's all even. Yeah, this is getting a bit worrying, considering this all happened prior to the spike plant. It's very viable, but Navi suddenly just... This is where it could get a little unnerving. Player just on that cubby. There's the swing. Sugetsu going to make the most of that, and that eliminates one of the big players here. And the investment of the ult behind it as Ardiis was ready and waiting to catch Duno over towards the top of middle. And the only real answer back has been Cloud so far, denying Ardiis any further spiraling to success, but leaving just Jady and Dinks in this. And I mean, sadly for Dinks, already noted, does get one on the way out, a parting gift, but it does leave a 1v3.
They now forced to try and find something. Actually struggles with the first one to get to an awkward exchange between the 2, but spike down. Clock ticking away for Jady. Badij will shut it down.
It certainly could be. And Ardiis looking like he wants to go right off the rip with it, joined by Zyppan's ult coming in as well. Probably pop flash to follow. Yeah, Dink eats that too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to be alive. Yeah, let's get away with one, but there's effectively trade his life for it. A 3-to-1 trade, make it 4 FPX. Pick up the pace and pick up the site and probably the round to follow. Jady just really kind of a passenger in the formality of this round, but I love that pace coming out from FPX, just taking over tube control, working really nicely off the back of the null command, everything beautifully succinct. And there's the closer, and away is Cloud deciding to double down on this peak. Does get noted, does get found, gets dispatched handedly by Zyppan. That's quite telling already, but they actually decide to go for the cross. That does tee up at least SSK. Catch one towards elbow, but now spurring on the hit towards site. Dink's overwhelmed, down to 3. Jady, SSK, and Duno just being bullied at this point. FPX, powerful approach here.
Be the first to fall here. Shao just holding a Pexa angle, but Jady wise to actually. Is that another headshot? What?
Man is pumping DPS. Finds Sugetsu, but he's still got ardiis, which is a bit of an issue. And there it is. Call the cross. Well, this is a bit weird, isn't it? You're going to have a very bizarre round. You've got 2 players hitting the flank. Now, there should be some consideration of this.
Who's
yeah, I
heard
think
it?
Dinks has definitely heard the steps now. Teed up for potentially 2. Yeah, lovely work from Dinks.
Pretty aggro as well. The plant's going to come back site.
Spike planted.
Most of you think that's going to be the intention.
You've got a lot of players leaning this way. Shao has a lot to clear. Shot and a half on Cloud, but clear the next 2 going to be tricky. Sugetsu going to at least alleviate the pressure on 1. There's still a player close left that they've yet to really note, but this is where Shao might meet his maker at this point. Jady hasn't really revealed his hand. And Shao really, yeah, unaware. Jady played that well.
Try and work and open up with the Vandal, but that is actually a drop. You can see him sat at 5100, so they are aiming to get this operator online.
Yeah, they're investing behind him, and rightly so. I think he can be quite integral. He's doing quite nicely with the rifle, isn't he? Finding Baddie G. And that's going to slightly take away some of the presence from that A site, and ardiis wanting to get involved in towards middle. Oh, the shot's gorgeous from ardiis.
Spike down mid.
Lines up to, delivers on both fronts. Now SSK's in danger and he knows it. There's pressure now coming in from more players towards top middle. Sugetsu's dived in there. He's like, oh, ardiis, nice work, mate. I'll join you. Why not? And SSK's stuck here. He needs a little help from Dinks to be able to try and maybe get away from Pillar if he can. That's perfect. Good trade, though. ardiis still present in towards middle. And that battle begins between the 2. What SSK?
This is doable here.
Seconds left.
He's got so much time to set up as well.
Spike planted.
Approach. That's a little bit of utility to play with, though, so he could implement that if he feels it necessary. There we go. Trying to do what he can to force the hand, and SSK, actually, this time conflict. Baddie G and ardiis looking to get themselves involved, pushing up towards main on that A side, swings the corner, does find things, look for another one. What's down to know, but there's the backup, there's the cavalry, and now there's the problems. In the meantime, they did lose Baddie G, so ardiis has to back away, tries to reaggress, get a little cheeky behind the wall, underhand flash from Zyppan.
What?
SSK turns it. He looked preemptively ready for this. This guy's on one today. If we have him in full form, this is going to be a series and a half. It looks like it will be potentially going to a 3rd if this keeps up, but still 2 standing. Jady and Duno. Oh, this probably a little wild from Jady, but it's tamed in the end. Leaving just Shao. And well, he's still kicking, still fighting, but it's not.
Oof, spotted though.
And okay, popped it off the back of contact. Now we're going to do with it, though. Quick flash. That's a little risky. But still, yeah, I don't love that peek from him. Seemed a little half-handed. And Baddie G and Zyppan just turn into turrets, claiming everyone standing. And that was a... Shao now knows at least 2 of the players' positions. And Zyppan probably a little bit more cautious now to peek those doors.
In fact, they've noted the operator. I think you're absolutely right. ardiis will post up, though. He's ready to challenge. We'll get the better of him. SSK falls. Cloud will actually retrieve the operator. ardiis expecting to play a little deeper now. G ready to close the door on A site as well with that Viper's Pit. It's going to force Navi to reconsider their approach.
Yeah, they can still tussle with the idea of doors and maybe working through tube, but it will leave them with a late hit. We're down to about 30 seconds, and this is at this marker. They're going to have to go and probably get towards site around 20 at this point. And FPX know that. They've already got 3 players in really annoying positions to try and get past. Shao trying to play his life here. Blinded. Zyppan's going to bail him out for a little bit, but you can see the kills coming in for Navi. They're still fighting here. 18 seconds. Dinks and Jady, the only 2 alive. Another ult to be invested. But the spikes in the hands of Dinks. He's got 12 seconds. Got to get towards the site eventually, and there it is. The spike should go down. He left that real late in the day, but they are surrounded on every single front.
Interested to see how bad he plays this. Ultimately, he's in a position to backstab here, but there's a big gap outside his ultimate and the spike and Dinks.
Well, I guess you could just walk in. I guess you could just walk in. Just walk in and smash the door down. That's one way to do it. So get to just like, guys, guys, I'll get it.